Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
It started with us all laughing.
Sparkster.
You'll never know what we're talking about.
So, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast. I know that wasn't
That's
as
not your
enthusiastic.
usual.
All right, do it again. You gotta
That
do
is
it
not
again.
your
What,
usual.
did I fail horribly?
Yeah, you failed
Yeah.
horribly.
Welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast.
That you still failed.
We'll let him have it today.
Yeah, it's done. Hey everybody.
Heather's gonna do it from now on.
That's right. So, y'all know who I am. I am Marcus. I am your clueless leader. Let's go on this learning journey together.
Journey.
Yeah, that so didn't.
No,
yeah.
that didn't work.
It's been a long day.
It's a long day.
It's been a long week. I am ready to get away for a couple days. I got a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, and I need some time away. So I'm going to take full advantage of that.
I don't blame you.
So hopefully when this episode comes out, some of that stuff is sorted out for the good.
Yes.
So that being said, the conversation was just taking place. I guess I should probably introduce everybody first, right? You see how scatterbrained I am right now?
It's okay. It's okay.
It's fine. It's the day before
We're
vacation.
a group of friends here, and this is only the podcast. You know.
So, because that man right there has been such a horrible individual to all of us, including Miss Stephanie.
Oh.
Y'all know who that man is. That's the D-Man.
You know what?
I
I'm
thought
not
you got
going
your
to
nickname
glorify
taken
that
away.
with a response.
I want y'all to make D-Man t-shirts.
Oh God. No, let's
Please,
not.
please don't.
That would be the greatest thing in the world. Y'all make one, then send me one, and I'll wear it. So, also, too, for those listening, if you ever want to reach out to us, whether you started listening in the past couple episodes and you want to find a way you can contact us, you can email us at the Daily Biker Podcast at gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook at The Daily Biker. You can find us on Instagram at The Daily Biker. You can send us likes, comments, messages, hate mail, anything that you do need as such.
And we will read
Mono
all
Muffin
of
on
it.
Instagram too.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the show. No, that
show.
that
And
is
good night.
that is my partner in crime, my sidekick, my ride, but she's probably going to kill me, so we don't have to worry about the die part there.
Well, you know.
Then she'd have her own ride.
Muffin.
Then I would have my own shirt gun. Hey y'all.
And I have the always lovely, always faithful, the one that has some of the hardest jobs in the world of keeping the D-Man in line. Stephanie.
Hey there.
It is really a tough job. You know,
Being the D-Man?
Yeah, it's.
Or being married to the D-Man?
I was going to say both. It's very demanding.
Yeah, speak for yourself there.
Maybe that's why you're the D-Man. So, actually, I had a buddy of mine, and if he listens to this, he knows who I'm talking about. He used to date a girl named Amanda, but she was always very demanding, so he called her Dumanda. It was great. So, any of y'all that's ever knows an Amanda and she's demanding, feel free to use it. So,
It's not copyrighted.
It's not copyrighted.
not at all. I stole it from the guy that I got it from. So, no, that's not copyright. So, so where I want to get started at is talking about just kind of a warning to people that are getting into motorcycle riding. Be wise of your choices. I don't care about your financial status. I don't care about if you've rode dirt bikes your whole life. Riding a motorcycle on the street is a different world.
Mhm.
It also takes a lot of want to do it. So a quick passion of going, you know, I think I might want to buy a motorcycle and ride on the street. For a very few amount of people, that works great. There's a lot of people that do that and have motorcycles that are a couple years old with only a couple thousand miles because they realize that was not for them.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest that you start out with a cheaper motorcycle.
Used.
Used. I'm not going to say necessarily a smaller motorcycle because for somebody that's of a decent size like I am, you could probably throw around a 500 or 600 pound motorcycle with no issues. But I definitely say start with a cheaper motorcycle. So don't go out and buy a $20,000 or $30,000 motorcycle for your very first bike. Just don't do it.
There's a story with that.
There is, but there's lots of great motorcycles out there. I mean, fantastic motorcycles. I'm talking, you can get into some nice Harleys for $5,000. Great bikes.
Well,
But
that's
just
kinda how you
don't.
started with. You got like cheap motorcycles, and then you've moved your way up as you've become more passionate with it.
Correct. Well, and that's what you do. I mean, I started out with a $3,500 bike. Then I went to a $5,500 bike. Then I went to a $12,000 bike. Then I went to a $25,000 bike.
I'm actually not a good example. My first bike was a 2004 Ducati Monster
Well,
620.
I'm
So that's not really the.
That's probably a true statement.
That's not
In recent years, he's been more mature about
recent
it.
years.
Yeah.
He's been more mature about it.
As we started getting back into
like I
it.
said, one, as someone that does not like to see motorcycles sit and rot, I don't want to see somebody buy a motorcycle thinking, hey, this is going to be what I want to do, and then not ride it. I don't want to see that. That breaks my heart for that motorcycle. It's like someone having a pet chained up outside. I feel the same way about it. I'm no, don't abuse the bike like that.
I feel a lot of that is peer pressure from the people that you may know somebody that already rides and is like, yeah, I have, a GSXR 1000 or I
Correct.
have a big Harley. Yeah, that's what I ride. So you don't need something that's a beginner bike. Why would you do that? You're going to get something better anyway. Just instead of wasting that money on something that's manageable, just go what you're going to ride for a long time. Then you don't have to buy something new.
Yeah.
And you find a lot of people that go to the dealership,
and the
buy
thing
something,
is-
can't ride it.
Exactly.
Like I said, I don't really even care about your financial status. I don't care if you're a multi-millionaire. Don't go out and buy a CVO Ultra Classic for your first motorcycle and then let it sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dip your toes in the water first.
Or don't buy a
And-
$20,000 bike when you don't know how to ride.
Well, that's true too. But
Drop it in the parking lot.
dip your toes in the water and see if it's something that you're going to want to do. Because motorcycles, whether it's a $3,500 motorcycle or a $35,000 motorcycle, is an investment.
Yeah.
It's not just an investment in buying the motorcycle itself. It's an investment because of you have to have gear. You have to have insurance. You have to have ability. You have to have skill. And you have to keep making sure that you retain that ability and that skill of riding a motorcycle.
Well, that goes very well into the podcast we had, 2 weeks ago now, talking about the riding ability is a depreciable factor. If you don't ride for a long time, you have to get back into it and get yourself
Absolutely.
acclimated again.
So this individual that I'm talking about is my nephew. He's been on the podcast before. Today he decided he wanted to see what it would take for him to get a 2021 Softail Street Bob.
Well, you guys do have the tent sale going on over at White Lightning.
Yes.
Die.
Oh,
Ian.
he did.
Ian, listen to me very carefully. I have no problems with you riding a motorcycle,
Damn.
but start at a lower level. Okay? You don't go, I think I'm ready to box and jump in the ring with Mike Tyson. You don't do
No.
that.
Did he crash the bike?
No, he didn't even ride the motorcycle. He doesn't know how to ride a motorcycle. He's
ride.
rode
He's looking
he's
at
rode
it.
dirt bikes, but that's
Brand
what
new
I'm talking about. Even if you've grown up riding dirt bikes and stuff like that, it's a different world out there in that traffic completely.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, I made those mistakes, and I still make mistakes from time to time. But when I got my first motorcycle, I was smart enough to go, I'm going to take this easy because I could very easily hurt or kill myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think people don't people do or don't realize it. that it is a very dangerous hobby. You see a lot of people out there that ride that may be older. Like, oh, look, that guy looks like he can barely hold up the motorcycle, yet he's out there riding a brand new CVO or a brand new Goldwing, something huge. Yeah, if he can do it, I can absolutely do something like that.
Right.
But you don't realize that guy's been riding for 40 years continuously,
Yeah.
and he does 1,000 miles in a week.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing, too, because you take someone like Bill, for an example.
Yeah.
Bill can ride a motorcycle. Bill cannot just jump on any motorcycle and ride it, okay? Bill has a road glide.
Mm-hmm.
Bill could jump on another road glide and not feel comfortable because it's not the same seat, not the same bars, because he doesn't ride that often or doesn't ride different bikes that often.
Sure.
For me, I'm in a situation where I'm kind of pressured to be able to jump on any motorcycle that we have and be able to ride it as I would any other motorcycle. But there are times where I'll sit on a bike and I'll go to put my feet down and I'm like, where are the pegs at?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I can actually say we had a recent experience in our house with me and Stephanie. I recently acquired a Yamaha V-Star 650, a cruiser style motorcycle for Stephanie to start riding around on. Something that I thought was a little bit more reliable, something a little bit more comfortable for her. She sat on it in the garage. Mind you, before that, she had ridden my 79 KZ1000 and she had ridden my 99 ZRX 1100. She's like, I don't like this. This is weird. It's a weird seating. I'm not comfortable. I was like, I understand. But something like that, I know Stephanie has a good riding ability. I know
Right.
she can ride. So I said, look, we just need to take it out on a short trip, just ride around, get comfortable, figure out where all the controls are. And lo and behold, like,
That
what
was,
did
that was a bunch of back and forth for a while.
yeah, there was
I easily get intimidated with new bikes. Like, it took me forever with your black KZ, but I get comfortable and then I don't want to upgrade until I'm mentally ready. So.
Well, there's not anything necessarily wrong with that. To go back to something we've spoke about on the podcast before, comfortability is not just your physical sitting on the motorcycle. Comfortability also involves your mindset, because if you're mentally not comfortable on that motorcycle, you don't need to be riding that motorcycle.
Correct. Yeah. And I tend to overthink a lot. So
Well, stop doing that.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's kind of funny. We have this joke. Every time we go to Bar Watson going there, I'm more anxious going there than riding back. It's always when I have a drink or two. I do better.
I'm right.
she
I
is
don't
not
overthink
advocating
Not to
I'm
be.
not advocating it,
we are
but-
not endorsing drinking and driving. Not at all.
Like, not at all.
Because
Like,
what do I have all night long while I'm at Bar Watson?
You don't drink?
Sweet tea, baby.
Sweet
Yep.
tea.
Welcome to the South.
Yeah.
And every time they bring me unsweet tea, I spit it out and look at them. I'm like,
they
what
even-
is this?
Do they even have unsweet tea? over there?
Unfortunately, they do.
Really? That's
So
disappointing.
there's another guy that's on this podcast a lot that actually drinks unsweet tea.
yeah.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad he's not here today.
I'm having some tea right now, actually.
That's a different kind of tea.
It's got a little bit of lemon to it. So, anyways, moving past that, real quickly, still on that subject though. Like I said, we want y'all to be safe. We want as many people as we can to join the motorcycle community.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great passion and a love for the motorcycle community, and we'll say most of all people in the motorcycle community.
Majority.
Yes. But we want more. We would love to have more people in the motorcycle community. I feel like if there was more motorcycles out there, there would actually be. So technically on paper, accidents are going to go up when you have more, but there would actually go down percentage wise, because people would be going more often to go, motorcycles are there. They're there just like cars are.
Yeah.
And they're going to start paying attention to those
Yeah.
things more. So join us in the motorcycle community, but please be safe about doing so. Now, we had a couple other things we wanted to talk about. You had a couple things you were mentioning.
Well,
I've done lost all my everything I've
Just
mentioned.
lost.
Well, one thing I wanted to discuss after talking about first-time riders, people starting out, you may have issues. You may find yourself on the side of the road. And
How'd that song go? You may find yourself. I can't remember. We got listeners that have no idea what I'm talking about right now.
yeah, they'll find out when they're older.
And you may find yourself.
Oh, God.
But something that I almost feel gets lost nowadays in the motorcycling community, and this is going to go to the small percentage of people that don't do something, is if you see another motorcyclist on the side of the road, stop, or at least make a hand motion, see if they're okay.
Yeah.
Because it could be something as simple as somebody's taking a break, stretching their legs, going to the bathroom,
Yeah.
something like that. Or they could have run out of gas. They could have had a major failure of their bike.
They could be having a physical medical emergency.
They could be having a medical emergency. It's always a good idea. Just stop. Make sure they're okay.
I want to clarify, if you see the person up walking and they're looking at you as you're approaching them, you don't even have to get off the motorcycle. So on that last ride we had, there was the GS on the side of the road.
Yep.
And a couple people stuck their hands out, gave a thumbs up. He gave a thumbs up back, and we didn't even slow down. We were like, okay, he's good. He knew we were checking on him. So basically what that comes down to is if you're going to be a member of the motorcycle community, be a member of this community and contribute to the motorcycle community, because definitely what goes around comes around. Trust me, I've been the one on the side of the street pushing a motorcycle out of gas, and I would love for somebody, even if they couldn't get a gas can, go, hey, let me help you at least push it up this hill so you can coast down the next or something like that.
I've been there as well on the KZ, because before I switched the fuel valve, it didn't have reserve. So it just had on and off. And unfortunately, on the side of I-75, I ran out of gas. But you know what? I had multiple people stop. Actually, it was I'm trying to remember the company now, and I feel bad that I can't remember. It's for a construction company around town. He's like, look, he stopped. He had a gas can. He's like, take as much as you need. Fill up the tank. That's fine.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm a rider too. I wanted to make sure you're okay. I saw you pushing the bike on the side of the interstate because I was trying to get up to that next exit that I could roll it down.
Well, I feel like if you take those steps as a member of the motorcycle community, you'll start to end up doing those same things in your everyday life. You'll start to, put the buggy at least in the corral at the grocery store. Or
It's like a pet peeve.
Yes.
That's my
yeah,
pet peeve.
you want to know how much of a pet peeve it is for me?
It costs nothing to do it.
I
That's
take
true.
the buggies back to the store.
Yeah.
I don't even put them in the corral. I will walk them all the way back to the front door of the store and put it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
COVID hands and all.
I'm with you on that one. That's
Yeah.
the test of humanity there.
Yeah.
Whether you put the buggy back in or you just push it in the parking lot.
If your world is so bad that you can't even put it in the corral, you might not need to be in this world. So we do understand that things happen. Just going to set that out there. But like if you're at
Not
a,
with the
Like,
buggy
not with the
though.
buggy.
If
but
you
if you're
can't
at a,
put the
well,
buggy back-
no, hang on. But if you're at a Walmart, there's buggy corrals like every 7 feet.
Yeah,
That
well,
is true.
They are everywhere.
Yeah. Every time I'm going through the parking lot looking for a spot. Oh, there. Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a buggy corral. Never mind.
Oh, no, it's a mini.
Yeah. But how many people think you do that with our motorcycles? They're like, hey, there's a spot. Shoot.
Well,
No,
So
you don't
I'm
park
gonna
on the
put that
curb.
out there. Talking about that. Don't do that. Don't park on the curb. Don't park in the stripe lines. There's reason being, okay? There are people that need the sidewalk. There's people in wheelchairs and stuff coming down the sidewalk, and bam, you decided to park your motorcycle there because you weren't good enough to walk 20 feet from a parking spot. Also, the yellow striped lines are still usually part of some sort of parking situation. So just because you pull up to a handicap spot and on one side of it's got blue striped lines and on the other side it's a yellow striped line, it's there to still not have cars close because some handicap vehicles have the option to unload on both sides. So be courteous, park in a spot. If you're with your buddies, unless you have a 12-foot long motorcycle, you can get 4 of them in a spot. And if you sit there and go, you can't do it with a bagger, I'm going to say bullshit because we've done it with baggers.
Absolutely.
So just be a courteous individual. I know some of this sounds like a rant, but I mean, if you're going to be a member of this community, be a member of it. Yeah. Don't come and take from this community and not contribute to the motorcycle community.
Well, unfortunately, what gets posted online and what gets talked about the most is, I know I see it all the time in the police.
Speeders.
Yeah, I see it all the time in the police scanner.
Yeah, they talk about me all the time.
You're incriminating yourself. Now, motorcyclists traveling 115 miles an hour down I-75, and and then you hear about this big chase where everybody's going after them. We don't need more of that. We need more people that actually want to get out there, enjoy the hobby, take care of their other motorcycling brethren or sisters, and just be a good rider. I see too many people, and look, I ride all the time, but I do have to drive my car on occasion. I see motorcyclists.
Boo.
Yeah, I know it is terrible. Going through traffic and cutting off cars, and into the point where I watched a motorcyclist cut off an 18-wheeler. You're not going to win that battle at all. Now,
wait, were they going the same direction?
This time, yes.
Was it me a couple days ago?
No.
Was it
you? I would have called you.
Because it wasn't me.
But like I said, we see about it too often, all the negative things. And unfortunately, until a majority of what goes on in the motorcycling community is positive, you're not going to see a change in that mentality and image of a motorcycle.
So I want to put this out there too. If you are a rider and you don't know people, you're like, well, I don't have anybody to ride with. Literally get on Facebook and type in bike night, because it's going to pull up the closest bike night to your area. It's going to let you know when it is. Some people work shifts. They can't make it to bike nights. That's fine. Look up I don't even care what brand of motorcycle you ride. Look up your closest Harley-Davidson dealership and see when next time they're going to be having something going on, and just show up, because you're going to have guys, they're going to hang out with you. They're going to be friends with you. Daniel would not come to the Harley shop, even after hanging out with me several times. And now you come to the Harley shop for almost every event we have.
Yep. I've been there for almost every event, and I don't ride a Harley.
Yeah. What you've seen, though,
no,
they're not treating you any different because you're not on a Harley.
The only person that treats me different is you.
I have to. That's my job.
Try to get me to buy one. I understand. No, it's okay.
We have one for you at the shop, by the way.
I'm sure you do.
I don't know what the price on it is, but I got one for you at the shop.
It's not that cheap V-Rod?
I think sold.
Oh, good. Thank you, whoever saved me from myself.
So the guy that bought that, he knows that it's an older V-Rod. He plans on doing some work to it, though. So, I mean, that was a great bike at the price it was and everything.
Yeah, that was a really good price for the quality and the condition of the bike. But
so, yeah.
If you are in the Chattanooga area and don't have anybody to ride with, you don't know about any events that are going on, and unfortunately Facebook doesn't work for you, you can email us at thedailybikerpodcast@gmail.com, and we will gladly go ride with you.
So here's the other thing too. This time of year, coming into this time of year, if you want to meet some people and you want to do some good at the same time, go on Facebook. Or if you don't have Facebook, just find some. The best way to do this is find someone on a Harley wearing a vest.
Yep.
Okay. I don't care if it says 1% or 99% or a 3% or if there's nothing on the vest. Okay. Because all of us, when it comes down to it, we're going to have the same answer for you. When you go, hey man, I'm trying to find out about toy runs in the area. That's a great cause. We all get on board and we all help that. So
absolutely,
that's a great way to not only help the community, but meet some like-minded people that you can hang out with and enjoy.
And you're not going to find any scary individuals at a toy run. You're not going to find people that don't want to hang out with you, that don't want to talk to you. It doesn't matter. The people that come to any of these events, to be honest, are fans and enjoyers of riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
And I bet you if you get into a conversation with any of them, they'll tell you, like, yeah, I remember I had this bike way back when. I had this bike. I started on this, little 150cc, dirt bike back in the 70s. And, I really love these. And it's good conversation to have because you're making that connection and you're getting involved. You're getting involved with the community, and those people are going to start talking again. Like, hey, we're doing this event, this toy run, or this ride, or we're going to go over here. We meet at this place. And that's what's going to happen.
Well, what's really cool, and I'm sure it's not just in Chattanooga, but there's a couple different Chattanooga Facebook motorcycle groups. So if you're on Facebook and you don't have people to ride with, you can join those groups. There's people all the time that are looking for people to ride with. I saw someone the other day, they were going to be off on that Saturday, and I think it was that Tuesday, and he posted up. He's like, I'm headed to the Dragon. Does anybody want to go? And nobody responded, and the next day he posted something, and I think some people might have saw he was on a sport bike. And the next day he said something again. He's like, I'm headed to the Dragon. I don't care if you're on a cruiser, a sport bike, a Harley. Does anybody want to go with me? I want to go, but I don't want to ride alone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was going to go whether somebody went with him or not. But, if you're trying to find somebody, go ride with those people.
Yeah. A good Facebook group, that 365 Riders. A lot of people post on there. And that's
not just a local group.
No,
that's worldwide.
Absolutely. And they'll post on there. They'll say, hey, I'm going to go from point A to point B. Anybody want to join me? I'm off of work today.
Yeah.
Let's go. And that's the motorcycling community. We all want to be around other people because we all have this shared passion for motorcycles.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, 100%. So, also, big moves happening with the podcast, I guess you can say. So, number one, we are working on getting some YouTube stuff together. That being said, we have not started creating any YouTube content. So, if you haven't seen anything and you're going, well, I thought you said you were working on something. Yeah, we haven't. At this current point in time, it's literally just been putting ideas on paper about exactly what we're going to do. But the idea right now, what we're going to shoot for, is have at least a video once a month of us actually doing a podcast while riding. We're also going to be doing interviews with people from the motorcycle community. Those might be shorter, 5 to 10 minute long videos. But look for those things because we do have the rights to the YouTube channel of the Daily Biker. We've got it on all social media platforms. Yep. But also, so the dealership. So this is sponsored by White Lightning Harley Davidson here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Your premier Harley Davidson dealer in Chattanooga. So, yeah, get it out. Get it out. Anyways. So the podcast is sponsored by White Lightning Harley Davidson, and White Lightning has stepped up big time. Now, I want to put this out there because there's some people, nobody's really said anything online, but I know there's people that think to themselves or ask these questions. Yes, I am an employee of White Lightning, but no, I was not an employee of White Lightning when the podcast started, nor when it was sponsored by the dealership. I became an employee of White Lightning because of this podcast. I was approached about my occupation at the dealership because of the relationship between this podcast and what the dealership already had working. So that's why I was put into the position that I am now. I was delivering for FedEx before. So, but you can now find the podcast on Facebook, on White Lightning Harley Davidson's Facebook page. If you go to it, you said not on the computer though. Not
on the computer. If you're looking for the tab on the computer, it is not there, unfortunately. But on mobile devices, on your iPhones or Android devices, there will be a tab on the White Lightning Harley Davidson Facebook page that says podcast.
Yeah.
And it will show all of our episodes. Also, if you like the White Lightning Facebook page, you will get push notifications when we release a new episode.
Yep. So we put out new episodes every Monday. And for those of you that might find this episode for the first time on Facebook, or maybe you've been listening to it and you've been listening to it through Facebook and you want other avenues to listen to it, We are on any music playing setup that you could look for. So we are on Apple Podcasts, we are on iTunes, we are on the Google Play Store, we are on Google Podcast, we are on Spotify, Pandora, TuneIn. There's so much I can't go through it. You can literally, I hope your phone is not on speaker right now, because you can literally say, "Hey Alexa, play the Daily Biker podcast," and she'll start playing the most recent episode. So there's no excuse not to listen.
And if you listen and enjoy our content, we would love for you to share that content with friends, family, other people that you think might be interested in the motorcycling community.
100%. The other thing too is we want to hear from y'all. So we've had a big boom since it's been added to the Facebook page, and we've been giddy like squirrel girls seeing the boom. Is that the right term?
I would agree. We get excited.
Yeah, the girls not so much, but
yeah, just us.
But it's been fantastic. We love seeing those numbers. We know we're getting a lot of new listeners, so we want to thank each and every one of you. That this might be your 4th episode if you started tuning in when it first got up on the Facebook page. So we want to let you know that we love you, very much so. But we want to hear from you. You know, send us a message, whether it's, like I said, through Facebook, through Instagram, or through our email. Just say, "Hey, this is where I'm at. I listen. I love it." I know I've got some regular listeners even before that popped up. Some people I've met. Some people are local and they come to bike night and they'll be like, "Oh, I heard this episode. Sebastian is a local and I see him on a regular basis," and stuff like that. But you know, hey, California guys, I see you. I can see that you're listening every week. I can see within my first 24 hours, I've got downloads out of like Redding and Santa Clara and stuff like that. Holler at me. I want to know how you heard about it. I know that sounds weird, but I want to know. I would love to know how you heard about the podcast and what you like about the podcast. And
if there's anything that you guys want us to talk about that we have not discussed.
Yeah, if there's anything in particular that you want to hear us talk about,
we would love to answer any questions that you have, anything about the motorcycling community that you are interested in or would like us to discuss. We would absolutely love to hear from you.
So also with some even longer distance listeners, we've got some listeners out of Australia. I'm not going to make any jokes on that. I'm not going to be that guy. I love Outback, so I'm not going to do that.
Oh my God.
Indiana Jones, one of my most, or not even Indiana Jones.
The Bloomin' Onion.
Yeah. Bloomin' Onions, fantastic. You know, ARB, fantastic bumpers.
Oh my God.
Sydney Opera House, gorgeous. P. Sherman, I know that dude. Great dentist.
For too long away.
Yes. Great dentist. No, I'm kidding. No, Australia. I know a lot of y'all really like American content. I had a friend of mine that used to do a YouTube channel, and he actually had several videos or several viewers that were in Australia. So I want to know how y'all heard about it, because trust me, I haven't been to Australia, but I want to thank y'all for listening to that. Also, South Korea. Seoul, South Korea. We've got some regular listeners out of Seoul, South Korea. We've been speculating heavily on whether our listeners in Seoul, South Korea, well, let me phrase that. I haven't been speculating with the guys on the podcast. I've been speculating with the guys at the dealership, actually, because we talk about this stuff. We talk about y'all. You know,
I'm good.
I am a manager at the dealership, and when we have those conversations, we have those meetings about doing stuff and growing stuff. We talk about the podcast during those meetings. We talk about our listeners and growing that market, because one of the biggest things that we know, yes, we have a mission and to sell motorcycles, but we know anything that's good for the motorcycle community is going to be good for us as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, just come to my dealership and hang out. I'm not going to pressure you to buy a motorcycle. You ride one, you'll probably buy one, but that's a different story. But, you know, the guys in South Korea, here's what the two things I want to know. One, the same thing I've been asking Australia and California. How did you hear about us? Number two, are you a local or are you a transplant? I know that sounds weird, but there are a lot of American veterans in that area or active service members.
Yeah,
So I'm wondering, are you an active service member? Or are you a local? And it's like, hey, listen, these crazy rednecks in Tennessee are talking about motorcycles again. Just to clarify, Daniel's not a crazy redneck, and Lewis is white trash.
And I'm as Southern as cornbread, so it's fine.
I don't think anybody here is going to dispute any of that.
So Daniel is more of the private school type. I'm more of the crossbred between the lower middle income bust in school public area, if that makes sense.
We still have to bust you in over here to this community.
That is true. And then Lewis. So where Lewis is from, every time he talks about where he's from, like just banjo music starts playing to anybody. If you're from the Chattanooga area,
your teeth actually fall out.
So if you're from the Chattanooga area, he's from the Whitwell Jasper area.
He's the trailer park supervisor is what he is.
He wears a T-shirt all the time that says trailer park supervisor. So he literally, yeah.
And I'm just
send us a message. If you just send a message to anything and you spell it the best you can and just say down 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 down, I will send it directly to Lewis and go, hey, they're playing your theme song.
And they wanted to contact you directly.
How did a guy from the sticks marry a girl from Wisconsin?
Something magical had to have happened there, for sure.
I've heard the story. I'm not going to go into it on the air. There's a lot of details they might not want public.
Probably not. There's a lot.
Did he hit her over the head with a club?
Possibly.
So we're not going into any details.
There was not a wink, wink, head nod there.
But yeah. Basically, as we come to an end, this isn't going to be a super long podcast, but as we come to an end, once again, anybody that's been listening, whether you're a new listener, whether you've been listening from day one, I want to say thank you for listening. It makes my day, Honestly, that first time that it was put up on the Facebook page, I got the message saying, hey, the podcast link is on the Facebook page now. And I was at work, and I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Hey, awesome. I got up the next morning, and I pulled up the podcast app, and I saw the downloads, and I got teary-eyed.
Oh.
Because I go through a lot. I mean, Daniel, Stephanie, Lewis, Megan, and some of my other close friends here, they know what I have to deal with, whether it's stuff that I'm dealing with now or whether it's stuff that I'm dealing with at other points in times. And there's often too many times that I feel like I don't have anybody in my corner. I feel alone, even when I'm in a crowded room. But when I click on the podcast app and I see those numbers, just people listening, people want to just hear what dumb old me has to say, it makes me feel really good. It makes my day. So I genuinely want to say thank you to everybody that listens to this.
We appreciate everybody that listens. We want to hear from you. We want you to respond to us. We want you to send those Facebook messages, those emails. We want to know your story. We want to know what got you into motorcycling riding if you are a motorcycle rider. We want to know if you haven't bought a motorcycle, what's brought you to our podcast, why you are interested in it. We'd love to talk to you, and just knowing more about the motorcycling community that's interested enough in us to listen every week. We really thrive on that, because we wouldn't be here if you guys weren't listening. So it means a lot to us that you guys are listening to our episodes, you are downloading, and you want to know what we want to say, or what we have to say. So we'd like to involve you guys in our content.
On the closing note, there's a lot of people in this world that aren't praying people. But even if you aren't, I do ask of you to say a prayer for me and my family as we are going through some stuff right now. I'm not going to get into any details. Even if you ask me, I'm not going to get into any details and stuff because it is private family matter stuff. But I just ask that you think about me and my family, and especially while I'm gone next week, because I got to get away from everything. Go to my happy place.
Yeah.
So, from the Daily Biker Podcast, we love you.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.